All right. So we've looked at cold weather conditions. Lastly, I want to look at lightning and wind and the impact that can have on athletics. Okay, so lightning is a dangerous environmental situation, one of the top three causes of weather related deaths. That's a general statistic, not just sports. And you always want to be aware of kind of the weather forecast. Lightning is a fairly rare occurrence in Southern California, but different parts of the country, lightning is really quite common. So they're much more used to dealing with it and expecting it. In the same way that we're kind of used to there being hot weather, places in Texas, particularly, I remember when I visited Dallas, it was really common for them to have lightning storms, each late afternoon. Again, it was associated with the high humidity and the heat there as well. So you want to kind of have an idea about what the weather is doing. You need to have a safety plan for how you're going to deal with it, especially if there are spectators around, because you want to get people out away from the open areas as quickly as possible. Okay, and you guys have an assignment coming up where you're going to develop a school plan for dealing with these different environmental conditions, and lightning will be one of them. Okay. So, if you have an athlete struck by lightning, the first thing you need to know is that the athlete does not carry a charge, so you're not going to get shocked by going to deal with them. Okay, the lightning passes through them and into the ground and is grounded and lost straight away. Okay, so there is no danger to perform any type of first aid on somebody with a lightning strike. If you're in the situation, the first thing you want to think about is prepare for CPR. When you send that amount of electricity through the human body, the likelihood of it stopping the heart, is fairly significant. Okay, so that's a heartbeat is driven by electrical supply. So if you get that huge amount of electricity flowing through it, there's a good chance that it could stop the heart. Okay, so prepare for CPR. The other thing that you need to prepare for is burns and broken bones. Somebody struck by lightning is going to have two areas of burns typically. There's going to be one at the entry point, which is probably going to be in the upper body if they're standing up, and an exit point somewhere around the foot or the ankle, okay, where the electricity passes out into the earth. Okay, so they're usually going to have two areas of burns, and we treat those like we treat burns, loose bandages, and loose moist bandages. There's also the potential for lightning to break bones, so you would splint and treat that as we practiced. All right, I wanted to give you a couple of examples of lightning strikes. We're not going to watch the whole video. In fact, I'm going to have to put this on present mode because it won't let me play it. So my face is going to disappear. And we'll put it on present. And then we can watch it. There we go. Oh. Trying to get rid of this. Never mind. So this is a South African soccer match. Big crowd in there today. You can see it hit right into the stand and just knocked some people down. Not everybody got struck by lightning, but multiple people ended up on the ground. So pretty severe. Indeed, unbelievable scenes. Okay. So they didn't have any heart stoppage or need for CPR, but there are going to be some treatments for burns there. Okay. Let me go escape out, make sure. Yeah, I'm still here. All right. Don't know why it's not showing it up, but I posted a picture of just an article showing a Kansas ultra runner was actually killed by lightning, okay, and killed through cardiac arrest. Then the last picture is at a PGA Tour event. It's the 18th green. and a tree getting struck by lightning. And you can see there are some people around. Nobody was hurt in this case, but you can kind of have an idea of the raw power of lightning. Okay. The plan that you need to have in place for lightning is knowing how or where to take people. Okay, having an evacuation plan. Flash to bang method for telling how close it is. For every second, I need to double check this actually. Every second, I think, is half a mile. So you're going to see the lightning first because light travels faster than sound. And then the time between the lightning and the thunder, because they're caused by the same event, is how far it is away. So I think it's every second is half a mile. I'm going to double check that. The 30-30 rule for lightning is if the distance or the time between lightning and thunder is less than 30 seconds, it's a threat. Okay, it's close enough where it can get to you really, really quickly. So you want to evacuate at that point, not wait for it to get any closer. And then the second part of the 30-30 rule is that you wait 30 minutes after the last lightning strike before you take people back outside. Okay, so 30-30 rule. I wonder, normally in this part of a lecture, I'd ask whether you have ever been close to this. I remember being in like a youth hostel in northern Spain and the building getting struck by lightning, and it wasn't very big, but it shook the whole thing. It felt like an earthquake. It was kind of a cool experience. I also did some pretty stupid things on that trip. I remember being out in the swimming pool while there was a lightning storm. Probably wouldn't do that nowadays. Okay, last thing to show you, some other weather conditions. Again, I don't know why South Africa has all the bad luck, but this is a South African soccer game where there was some extreme wind during the middle of the match. So I'm going to go into present mode so that you can see it. All right. Let's make it full screen. There we go. This almost looks like CGI when you see what happens. Some players have been hit by the boards which have blown across. There are 2 players down on the pitch. It's an incredible act of nature. The linesman as well. If they show the replay, watch the linesman or the assistant referee get smashed by one of those advertising boards. Let's see, do we get a replay? Yeah, here we go. It looks as if he might have a bit of a cut on his knee there, William. Is that Lucky Lekwati? It's the live action. Now watch at the back there. Look at those boards setting off. The players don't realise there are a couple of... Oh, there was a blow there. And a few more flying across. A couple of players struck. Pretty amazing. Completely out of the blue. Okay. All right, well, that's lecture for today. I will post a lecture notes quiz, just 5 questions to make sure that you are listening through to the end. All right, bye for now.